Hello everyone, this is Debop. I'm going to be going ahead and doing a pick a card for 2022. So everybody take a deep breath and concentrate on which crystal you'd like. The crystals we have here are the Crackle Quartz crystal. Then we have the Spirit Amethyst crystal, and this one here, you can really see it, but it is a Dendritic Agate. So take a deep breath, concentrate on which stone you would like to pick, and then we will take it from there. Okay, so for pile number one, let's stick this here. Unfortunately, I have to use my phone and I do not have a big enough view here. So what we have, and this is going to be kind of your theme for 2021 or 2022, sorry. So we have Ascension Lift for your Magic of the Unicorn card. And it says, prepare for rapid spiritual growth. Be ready for opportunities. Ooh, sounds like 2022 is going to be an interesting year for you guys. I really wish I could do this so that you could see it better. And I'm using, the first deck of cards I'm using is the Light Seers deck by Chris Ann. And the second deck is Witch's Tarot. And this is by Ellen Duggan. So for the first cards, and unfortunately I am going to have, until I can figure out how to work this a little bit better, the card's gonna have to, one card's gonna have to be a little out of range. Okay, so Spirit, please come into this reading for clarity, accuracy, and divine guidance. Okay, what can pile number one expect from 2022? Spirit, please and thank you. What are the good things that are going to happen for those in pile number one in 2022? What can pile number one expect for 2022? Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords, okay. What can pile number one viewers expect for 2022? What can pile number one viewers expect for 2022? What will 2022 bring for pile number one viewers? What? Okay. What will 2022 bring? Oops. Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that many to come out. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. The Page of Wands. The World. Interesting. The Knight of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I am definitely going to have to be moving these things a little bit more so that I can have more room. I also need to be moving that. Okay. Oopsie. Just ignore the fumbles because I am still trying to work my way to being more comfortable doing this. Okay. So, okay. What other information is there for pile number 1 for 2022? Please and thank you. Okay. When they start dropping like that. Okay, so we have the 2 of Wands, Queen of Cups, Temperance, Ten of Cups, and oh, 2 of Cups, and the High Priest, which traditionally in Rider-Waite would be the Hierophant. Excuse me. So basically what I'm getting is that if you're not already working to reach a higher state of consciousness right now, starting in 2022, that you will be working on that. And what I think is really interesting is that, it's part of my hands here, you have the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Some of you, now it may not resonate with all of you, but some of you will be finding your tribe. This is, to me, is what the 3 of Cups is representing, is finding your tribe. And these will also be those who are on the same spiritual journey that you're on. With the 5 of Swords here and the Page of Wands, it looks like letting go of past traumas, either from childhood, considering that it's a page, which usually indicates a child, or maybe as a young adult. But this is something that the seed's been planted, and this is what you're going to be working on. What I love with the World card, and I happen to notice this because we have the Ascension Lift card with the Magic of the Unicorn Oracle card, is the stream coming up right here. Rising up. This is, and to me that is just so beautiful. For, you know, with the clarifiers, it's really telling me the same. It's just confirming what the other tarot cards are saying, which is with 2 of Wands, looking towards a better future. Queen of Cups, being more open emotionally, tuning into your intuitive abilities. Temperance, is joy, healing, sorry. But it also can be moving on to a higher plane. And in this card, she's got 1 foot, you know, with her, you know, I just realized this. Look at this. You got the rainbow in one, and you got the rainbow in the other. Look at that. That is so awesome. And rainbows, of course, being symbols of hope. So, I really am feeling that the healing, and with there being other people around, the Ten of Cups having to do with happiness, joy. But you also have the Two of Cups. And in this case, I'm seeing it kind of go along with the Three of Cups from the Light Seers. If it's not a partnership with somebody, it is being unified in who you are. Let's see if I can explain this the right way. Bringing that inner child to, and uniting your inner child with who you are now, to make the picture whole. I don't know if that makes sense. The High Priest, I'm seeing that as gaining knowledge. If there's a subject that you're interested in, whether it's spiritual or even educational, going on and learning what it is that you need to know about these, about this particular subject, with the subject that you're interested in. But it looks like 2022 for you guys is going to end up being a time of spiritual rebirth and gaining greater insights and just moving to a better place, a higher, for those who are into spiritual practices, a higher plane of consciousness, and for those who maybe aren't moving on to a better place emotionally. So I hope this helped. But this is your reading, and thank you for joining me. I know it was short, but maybe later on I'll do a longer one. I also don't know how to pause this, so. Okay, so pile number 2. We have here the Spirit Quartz. So if you picked that, this is your stone. And like I have with pile number 1, I had to gather room. So this has to do with 2022. And your Magic of the Unicorn card is Cosmic Rainbow. And it says, look for the pot of gold, accept joy. So I'm using the Light Seers deck, and I'm using Witch's Tarot. The Light Seer is by Chris Ann. The Witch's Tarot is Ellen Duggan, or Dugan. Not too sure which one, how to pronounce her last name. So for pile number 2, we are going to Spirit, what is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? Please and thank you. What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? This one seems to be a little bit stubborn. What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? We got a card. The Four of Wands. Very joyful there. Okay. What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? What good things are coming to pile number 2 in 2022? What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? Okay. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. Sorry. What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? King of Wands. I'm sorry, you can't see the cards. I don't have a wider angle on this. It's either that or I learned to do it in a wider angle. Okay, what is in store for pile 2 in 2022? What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? What is in store for pile number 2 in 2022? What good things are coming for pile number 2 in 2022? Okay, so we have death or rebirth. We have, oh, the King of Swords. Okay, interesting. And we have the Hangman. I'm going to have to see what the clarifiers are going to say because it's kind of interesting. Okay. For the clarifiers, what can pile number 2 expect in 2022? Spirit, please and thank you. What can pile number 2 expect in 2022? Okay, we have the High Priest. Pile number 1 got that one. Okay, what okay, so we have the 7 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Cups. I'm seeing a celebration of some kind, which would go along with the joy. Accepting joy. Okay, what can pile number 2 expect in 2022? Please and thank you. Okay. We'll just go. And we have the Ace of Swords. Let's see if I can get one more card. What can pile number 2 expect in 2022? What can pile number 2 expect in 2022? What can pile number 2 expect in 2022? Okay, pile number 2 expect in 2022. Okay, we'll take this. Okay. 2 of Cups. Okay. Now, this may be for some, but not all. Okay. But, yeah, seriously, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the King of Swords here. We have the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Okay, now, the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups are said to be soulmate or twin flame cards. If you're not already in a relationship with somebody, you will end up meeting them. And Swords being air energy, and I didn't get anything like this in the last group, so this is kind of interesting to me. But with the King and Queen of Swords, that's air energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's somebody who's an air sign, which would be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. It could be somebody who is very intellectual. But we also have the King of Wands here, which is fire energy, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that can also come into play. But this is going to be a relationship that kind of, it's going to make you feel renewed. And it's going to bring you new opportunities, because I do see that with the Seven of Cups. The Hangman is kind of, seems like it's representing, like right now, it kind of in limbo. You're stuck, not sure where you want to go. And that's going to be changing in 2022. I mean, this is a really, really beautiful reading, and in the fact that it's, I mean, all the cards are very, very positive, which is awesome. You're going to get clarity. But I also see with this here, maybe a new intellectual pursuit, whether it's some kind of learning, because that will go along with the High Priest as well. For those who are in a relationship, it may mean that if you're not already married, you might end up getting married. Or you're already in the plans of getting married. And for those who are single, you're going to end up meeting somebody who is, your soulmate is just going to be like this click. And I feel like I've known you forever type deal. It's somebody who is going to be intellectually stimulating for you. Also passionate, because we've got the wands here. Somebody who's not afraid to be emotionally accessible. Somebody very supportive, loving. Yeah, definitely somebody who's very supportive. This is, that really brings that to mind. Yeah, I mean, this is just like a general overall thing. Later on, I'll go into more depth and see about starting to do monthly ones. I didn't mention that in the first group, or even at the beginning of it, but it's percolating there. I mean, but I mean, like I says, accept joy. I mean, it's time. It's time to just be joyful and, be who you are. And I mean, you're not going to stay in this limbo state where you're just kind of hanging there. I mean, the light's there. Because I really do. I feel like this person is somebody who will definitely be that person for you, who just opens up all kinds of doors for you. And I mean, I'm not talking like financially, I'm talking emotionally, and just bring about new experiences and even new adventures. I mean, it's just, they'll make life this wonderful opportunity for you. So pile number 2, I hope this helps. Hopefully I'll be doing longer readings in the future. I'm still getting my feet wet. But thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a great day, and see what else I can come with for later on. Okay, hi pile number threes. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for what is coming in 2022. If you pick the Dendric Agate, this will be your oracle card. We have Divine Potential. This is the Magic of the Unicorn Oracle deck. And it says, fulfill your destiny, be all you can be. Oh, already it sounds like pile number three is going to be having an interesting 2022. For the main cards, I'm using the Light Seers deck from Chris Ann. For the clarifier, I am using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Duggan. Sorry, didn't mean to block that. So what we're going to do is, and I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see the cards. I'm going to have to try to see doing a wide angle on this. So, Spirit, pile number three. What can they expect for 2022? Please and thank you. What can pile number three expect for 2022, please? What can pile number two expect for 2022? And I had not had cards jump out like that. So we have the Four Wands, which pile number two had. And we have Temperance. Okay, yeah. What can pile number three expect for 2022? What does 2022 have in store for pile number three? Yes, no? Okay. What will happen in 2022 for pile number three? And we have the Seven of Pentacles. What will happen in 2022 for pile number three, please? What will happen for pile number three in 2022? What will happen in 2022 for pile number three? Oh, got this one too. We got the Three of Wands. Okay, let's see if I can get one more card. It's like I had two jump out and the other ones are taking their time. Okay. What can pile number three expect to happen in 2022, please? Thank you. What can pile number three expect to happen in 2022? Oh, we got it. Oh, we got two cards. Okay. So we have, and it's really odd, these two came out together. The Tower and the Ten of Cups. So let's get some clarifiers here. Okay, Spirit, what good things will happen for pile number three in 2022? What good things will happen for pile number three in 2022? Please and thank you. What good things will happen for pile number three in 2022? What good things will happen for pile number three in 2022? Okay, so far we have the, the King of Swords. And I seem to be having issues with this one. Okay. And the Page of Wands. So we've got some youthful energy coming in. What good things will happen for pile number three in 2022, please and thank you. What good things will happen for pile number three in 2022? Oh. Ooh. So we have the Ten of Swords right here. The Nine of Wands. And the High Priestess. And, okay. I think in spite of the Tower and the Ten of Swords. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Um, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I'm trying to get the impressions here right. And it's interesting because the the dendric agate actually has to do with um, moving past childhood trauma. So when you have the page with the Ten of Swords, and you have the Tower there as well. Um, I really am getting that 2022 is going to be the year that some of you, not all of you, are going to be working on healing from uh, a past trauma, either more likely a childhood trauma. Because I'm not really seeing anything here to indicate otherwise. Because you can see with the page here, it's a child. So, and I think the Tower represents this aha moment where you realize, okay, I really need to be working on this. I need to get past this, because if I want to know joy, fulfillment, and contentment, I have got to let this stuff go. So you're going to have that clarity you need. Because I really do see the Ten of Swords in relation to the Page of Wands as a childhood trauma. So it's something you're going to be working on, because Temperance does speak of healing. And you're going to succeed in this. You really are going to get to that place where you're all right. You can look towards that future of happiness and contentment. Stepping into your personal power. Also, the High Priestess has to do with intuition, but I also believe that it has to do with just knowing who you are. And I mean, King of Swords too, like I've said another time, court cards, they're not gender specific. So even if it's a king, it could just be that you get to that point, you get to that point where you are more certain of who you are as a person. Because you have to go ahead and do that to reach your divine potential. So, I mean, it's really interesting because so far all three of these groups have gone along with what the Oracle card had to do with. But yeah, I mean, I really do. If this doesn't resonate for you, maybe one of the other piles will. If that's not what it is, it can also be coming unstuck. Okay, the Tower being this all of a sudden wham, and all of a sudden you're moving again towards a goal, or towards if it's a spiritual journey, that attaining that goal. But there's going to be the work. I mean, the seeds are planted, and there is really a real opportunity to really start working on what you need to work on. Because you have the potential. I mean, it's like the Nine of Wands is, she's there. She's actually standing there victorious, and you've got the light behind her. It's like, this isn't going to stop me. This barrier is not going to stop me. Because there's actually, between these two here, there's a way for her to get through. So. But I mean, either if, you know, it's not where you're going to be doing the healing and you're like stuck in a situation, you feel like you can't get out of it, there's going to come, it's going to be like this sudden, okay, now I can move on. I can move forward. Because, I mean, you have the Four of Wands here. You have the Ten of Cups here. So, I mean, there is joy. There is contentment. And you're gonna have to work for it. But for the most part, I really see 2022 as being the year you find you. You realize your divine potential. You step into that divine potential. Yeah, I really do see that. But, you know, things are going to be released. And I almost see the Tower for some of you as being that release that you need to start moving forward with your goals. But I do see by the end of the year you are celebrating. And it could be as simple as celebrating you. I did it. I came this far. I overcame that. I moved on from this situation. If it's not that, the potential for a more fulfilling job, some leadership, position of authority, a leadership position, something where you can inspire people to be more, but it'll be a job that'll be fulfilling to you. You help these people, help others rise up. Even heal in some cases. But if this doesn't resonate, pick one of the other groups. You're more than welcome to do that. I hope you will like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I am new, so I'm going to fumble and that. But this is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for joining me. Love and light, everyone. And this is Debop. Out.